Hi, Alejandro.
Hi, teacher. Good morning.
Good morning. No, Genesis and Hassan, good morning as well. Can you listen to me or no? Hi. Can you guys listen to me or no?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, we do.
Okay. All right. So we have 6 people, so I'm going to start with that or with you. Sorry for yesterday. I have been having a lot of internet connection problems, and that's something that I cannot control. But all right. I don't know if the people from Lely told you that you had to finish reading the presentation.
Yeah,
Did you read the presentation or not?
I read a few slides.
Okay. What about the rest? Did you have the opportunity to do it? No. All right. Okay, don't worry. So we're gonna do it today, but I'm actually going to stop with this right now for a moment, and I'm going to talk about the homework. Did you guys do the homework about the Dead Society essay?
The movie?
Yeah, everyone did it. Everyone who's here. All right. So this is what I'm going to ask you to do. We're gonna take at least 6, 7 minutes, more or less. And what I want you to do, everybody has a perspective, right, on what you saw. So what I'm going to ask you to do is I'm going to divide you in breakout rooms. It's going to be a discussion, and it's gonna be two groups. Okay. I want you to discuss based on the movie. I want you to discuss about the connection that the teacher built with the students, if he had classroom management or not. What did you see him doing to create this connection? Because they didn't have a connection at the beginning. So he started like building little by little. What did you see him doing? Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Let me do this. Alejandro, Dana,
Yes.
Genesis, and Hassan. You four are going to be in one group. And Andrea Torres, Andrea Beltran, Marla, and Ulises, you four are going to be in another group. Okay? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Or no? My connection is not the best.
Now we can. Yes.
Can you listen to me? It's just that all of you guys are close.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, I do.
Yeah. We hear you. Now we hear.
Andrea Torres, Andrea Beltran, Marlene Ulises, you four discuss about the movie, okay? Guys, can you listen to me?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, Miss, but you are frozen.
Okay, I'm trying to check. I don't know why. I mean, I know why the internet, but uh, let me see if this. I mean, if this time works. But can you listen to me well or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Right.
Okay,
Yes.
so
Yeah.
for now, I'm gonna send you to the breakout room. Let's work like this. I honestly don't know why it's still not working. Let's again. I'm going to put Alejandro, Aster, Dana, Genesis, and Hassan. You five work together. Andrea,
Okay.
Andrea Beltran, Marla, and Ulises, you four work together. Please, again, discuss about the movie in terms of classroom management, connectivity with the students, connection with the students, and anything that you remember from classroom management that you saw in the movie. Okay?
Mhm.
I'm going to give
Okay.
you 6 minutes for this. So when we come back, we finish this conversation as a group, and then we continue with the presentation, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Please accept the invitation to the breakout room.
Did you saw it?
Yeah.
Okay, okay, I start. And for me, the movie, or my, I like the way that the teacher, Mr. ¿Qué era?
Keep,
Kidding.
Mhm.
Like she came to school with like a special system, like behaviorist system. Um, I'm thinking in like the military schools. I don't know is this. Um, but he arrives to schools with another way to teach. I was thinking in constructivism.
Yeah.
Yeah, and how the other teachers like don't accept this method or this way, and but for the students it was like I don't know, but I think that the teacher, the students change your mood, sorry, his mood about at the beginning, and they were fighting, and they were like
And he was like, he's starting to move around with them, to play with them,
Mm-hmm.
to make them like, to dare them, to make like, retarlos, to
Mm-hmm.
make
Yeah.
other things and get out
Okay.
of their comfort zone, actually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that without Mr. Keating, I mean with the other teachers, the students were passive learners. just the hearing the instructions from the teacher in the front of the classroom. And with Mr. Keating, the process was more interactive because he always was in touch with the students to try to help them.
Hassan, what do you think?
Yeah, I was thinking when Mr. Keating tell the student, yeah, when he was like in front of the desk and tell him like to stand up and to sit in front, because like they can have like a different view of how we can see. I see that like it was amazing. So like when he started to him like to cut the paper from the book when do you want to read that, and also he said like that it's not, it doesn't it's not important. And also like they're like a boy, he was like a shy, yeah, he don't want to do it. And also like his classmate are like as they are like I got a report one of him, he said, yeah, you can do it, you can do it, yeah, come on, come on, come on. And also like when he see like all his classmates doing it and he's around the classroom and he say, oh my god, so I have to do it. And also when he do it, he feel like comfortable with his classmate.
It was kind of what? It was for me. It was kind of really. I don't know. I felt bad for the kids on how the principal at the end, if you remember, how he started the class like that. Those kind of teachers for me. Oh no! Thank God I was not born in that in that time of period because I will be like a very bad student. I mean, with grades, because I don't like when teachers are really strict, and I can imagine how they deal with that.
I was in a Catholic school with just men.
I remember you wrote that. Yeah. How was that?
No, it was awful.
Did you feel like identified with the movie?
No, not so much, but the school is in. No. It's so strict and
Had you guys
no.
seen that movie before we were assigned to watch it or no?
I have
Mm,
I had like seen some like pictures,
Yeah.
not the movie, but pictures of
Memes
Robin
and
Williams.
gifs. Yeah. See, because I had never seen it, even though it's iconic in the U.S., and I just never got around to seeing it. And now I did. But I think it's still relevant, even though it was in the 1950s. I think there's always going to be a status quo, and there's always going to be resistance, and there's always going to be I don't know different needs of students.
You have a homework to write a poem, and everybody was like, and then like this guy was like shy. So Mr. Keaton was like, yeah, you can do it. Like, try to like, how do you say? Like, como alentar. I
Encourage.
forget that.
Yeah.
Encourage, yes. So he was like to encourage him, and he do it. So I guess that is, part of being a teacher. To if you have
All right, I think everybody's coming back. If not, everybody's here. Okay, so in this case, I was listening to some of you, well, to both groups and some of the comments that you were making. Now, in this case, in this slide, I have the question: what do you think involves building good rapport inside the classroom between teacher students, students teacher? What was rapport? Do you remember what is rapport?
It to establish a kind of relationship.
So to establish a relationship, a connection with the students. So what do you think it involves building this rapport? Not only teacher student, but as a teacher, I also have to foster a relationship between them. So it is also a rapport between student, but also the students have to build a connection with me as a teacher. That's also a part of it. What do you think are the points or the topics, not topics, the the aspects that involve building a relationship or building rapport? What do you guys think?
I guess confidence.
Okay, so confidence. All right.
To make them feel secure that the classroom is like a good place to like make mistakes and nothing will happen.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that's I think one of the most important things that we have to always not only clarify, but have them know. You know what? It's okay if you make a mistake, even if you are in a university class or if you are in an English class. It doesn't matter. Like both of them, both type of classes. You know what? It's okay if you don't know. That's fine. If you know, that's okay. So confidence and make them feel that it's okay. What else?
I think that
To
there will be respect.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Respect.
to feel yourself as a student comfortable inside the classroom.
Yeah. Of course, you have to make them feel also comfortable. Again, you cannot have a class at any level, like elementary, middle school, high school, university, or as a language class. Like if they are not comfortable, there is no learning. What else?
I think that the teacher needs like to show empathy.
Okay, so they need to be sympathetic with the students. What about them? What do you think, students, if they are building rapport, well, they have to build rapport, a connection. What do you think is gonna take for these students to actually build it?
Find a common ground between each other, find things that they can relate to.
Okay, so in this case, similarities, let's say, that they have. That's one. What else? Normally, when you are in a group, in a new group, or in a group that everybody's new, what do you guys do to build rapport?
I was going to say that what happened? I was going to say that the teacher also helped to build the rapport between the students. When it's the first day of classes, when it's the first day of classes, it's typical like, hey, let's know each other, and they do games together to know each other, and there is when they start the rapport and the confidence and know
Like
each other.
an icebreaker.
Yeah, like an icebreaker or getting to know you activities as well. Yes, so that's normally what they do. Uh, as teachers, when it's the first day, ideally is for us to start, especially in my case, talking about English classes. The first thing that you want to do is to get to know them, like what they like, what they don't like, how they react to others, if they are comfortable, if they know how to speak English, or if they don't know how to speak English. So you create these icebreakers, these let's getting to know you activities to see how far they go, or how, you know what, I'm just gonna go little by little. So those are the things that you have to do, not only to foster or to create this connection between teacher students, but also among them. Because then, I mean, it happens that, you know what, this thing breaks, and then this one is going to break, and then this one to this one, it's just not going to happen. Okay, so in this case, I think that it's pretty much what you guys mentioned. It has to be a positive environment. So what Aster was saying, you know what, if I make a mistake with a word or with a sentence or whatever, I don't tell you, no, you're wrong, let's go to your house or whatever. No. Like, for example, I don't know, have you seen on Facebook the videos of the teachers that people have been recording in the Zoom sessions, or no? So like when they tell you, you know what, if you don't turn on the camera, you can just like, I'm just gonna let you go and whatever, you're failed. So that's a negative environment, and that's what you don't want. You have to have respect. It has to be comfortable. Communication, effective communication. That's part of it. That is good rapport. Now, if we think about the movie, did you see all of this or no?
With Mr. Keating, it does exist.
Okay, why?
Because he was very different from the rest of the teachers at Walton Academy.
Okay, so in this case, he was very different, definitely. He was definitely a different teacher. But what made him different? If you think about the movie and you try to compare a little bit Mr. Keaton with the other teachers, how was he different?
Well, I remember a scene like when students ask Mr. Keating about, I think that it in his room, that it was little, and the student asked him like, why you are here, and he says, because I love teaching. I like this.
Yeah, so in this case, it's one thing that is always going to make a difference between, I'm going to put it like this, a regular teacher and a teacher is the love to teach, or the love for teaching, and just making your job, or doing your job in this case. If you do your job, then you're just a regular teacher. But if you love teaching, you are a teacher. So that's one of the things that is like a big difference. What else?
I also think, sorry,
Okay.
I also think a big difference is that he was a student in that high school, and he saw that the teachers were like really strict, and if maybe he imagined when he was young, if I come here as a teacher, I want to be different. I don't want to teach like, okay, you're open page, okay, you know, o sea, that was going to be the what stands out more out of him.
Okay. What else? So if you think about, for example, I mean, positive environment, we saw it in the movie. I think we could see this like positive environment in the class. Did you ever see someone like making a mistake or something in the class as you watched the movie, or no? Or maybe them not feeling comfortable?
Maybe the kid that I don't remember his name.
Cameron.
No. The one that was roommate with the one.
Neil.
Maybe.
Todd was the main character.
All right. Well, but what happened with this character?
Well, yeah, I don't remember his name. So that kid, it was maybe the one that he was like how, se me olvidó lo que iba a decir.
Like, was he feeling uncomfortable or not?
Maybe a little bit uncomfortable because he was not outspoken a lot.
Yeah. Okay. So, and in this case, what did if thinking about? Again, we're talking about building rapport, and rapport is also making the students feel comfortable. You know what? Maybe you are, again, I'm putting an English language classroom, so maybe you are level 1, you don't know all of the words, and maybe you want to say um, important, but you know what? The student doesn't know how to say important, so he says or she says importation. It happens. I mean, you have students who don't know like the word, and they just say it in English, but the actual word is in Spanish. So like they say importation. You don't laugh, but you make them feel uncomfortable. You know what? I mean, it's important. It's okay. Remember, blah blah blah. So you have to make them feel comfortable, even though either they are outspoken, and I guess I'm gonna refer to that word because sometimes students who are level 1, they want to speak, like they are in a rush to speak, and they start saying, you know what, my job is very importation. They want to say my job is very important, but they say my job is very importation because they don't remember how to say important, because they forgot, because they don't know. So I'm not gonna tell the student, you know what, your sentence is incorrect, go home because you don't know English. No, I'm gonna respect his or her sentence. I'm gonna make a positive also feedback. You know what, he or she is trying. I'm gonna make them feel comfortable. I don't want them to think that I, Hilda, as a teacher, don't like that people translate words from Spanish to English. And this is what is going to build a communication. When the student feels comfortable to make mistakes, it's when you know that the rapport or the connection is there. If they don't like to make mistakes or they don't like to speak at all, then the connection is just like not in the classroom, not there. So that's what you have to. I think that one of the most important things is to build this communication, because communication is going to lead all of this into connection. Okay. Now, before we continue, I want you to think about when you were not in elementary school, but maybe more when you were a little bit older, like middle school, junior high, high school, when you had a little bit more of consciousness on what's going on in what's happening in the classroom. Was there a positive environment? Was there respect? Were you feeling or did you ever feel comfortable or uncomfortable? Did you have communication with the teacher or vice versa? I want you to think about that. But again, not in elementary school, like more like maybe middle school or high school, when you are more aware of the things. And I want you to tell me, I want to listen to your testimony in this case. Let's put it like this, in terms of rapport. I don't know who wants to say it or to say something.
Can well, when I was in high school, I realized that we behave according to the subject or according to the teacher.
Yeah.
And I really don't know why, but there was a teacher who always made us read, and she said like just read from page 1 to 10 and don't make noise. I will be here if you have questions. And all the group was like really boring. Everyone was quiet because if don't, he made us leave the classroom.
Mhm.
But there was another teacher who entered the classroom and we started like, hey, ¿qué onda, teacher? ¿Cómo la pasó? And he was like our friend, right? And the group likes to share their experience with him.
Mhm.
So I really, really believe that it depends on the teacher.
Yeah, definitely. In this case, the character of the teacher, the personality aspects or traits that the teacher has is going to, I mean, those are the things that are going to be very important when it means building rapport in the classroom. What about the rest? What are some I don't want to say stories, but maybe yeah, stories that you remember from your teachers in terms of connection, rapport, and all of this?
Well, I remember I was in high school, and from first to sixth semester, I was in the same group. We were in the same group together the 3 years, and we never get together. Like we were like maybe like different six groups of people inside the classroom, or maybe I don't know, and we never get to know each other. Maybe till sixth semester we start to talk like with other ones, but a little less. But the teachers never they notice it because even when we were in the technique classrooms and the workshops, and they saw that we were always sitting in the same spot, every group, like someone's in the corner, someone's in the middle,
Mhm.
and they never do nothing about it. Only I remember one teacher who was the one who made us like participate and cheer up to each other, and make like feedback between us,
Mhm.
but only one teacher, and it was like till the very end of my high school years, and yeah, it was since the beginning there was never like a good rapport in that classroom.
Yeah. Did you have different teachers, or did you always have the same teachers?
I had different teachers, but in the on the my workshops, uh, only they were like the same teachers like all
Okay.
the semesters, but only one who was like the different between them was the who wants to make us like participate and to know each other and connect, make like a connection.
Yeah. Yeah. So in this case, normally that's what happens. Well, it shouldn't happen because if you're gonna, I think that also if you're going to spend 3 years together and you have no like interaction, even if it's only in the classroom, uh, because you cannot, I mean, it happens obviously, and it's part of building a group or forming a group. We have different steps, different stages. So even if you are going to be in the same group for 3 years, we cannot expect all of you are going to be friends forever, or even in the same semester. It happens, but you do have to create an interaction between them in the classroom. Otherwise, like you said, I mean, what are you, how are you actually fostering learning among all of them, all of the students? Okay, but how was the communication with the teachers, for example, Dana? If you think about
As
effective communication, how was it?
mm, as Genesis said, it depends of the teacher. Like it depended of the teacher
Okay.
because there was like, for example, the tutora,
Okay.
and she was like she wasn't there, but the ones who care about us was other teacher.
Okay.
Like she didn't ask what, how are you, or how you feeling, how was the classes, and no, the other teacher was the one who take her place,
Okay.
but to like indirectly.
Mhm. Okay. Yeah, so she was the one who was supposed to be making sure you guys were doing okay, or that you were feeling comfortable, let's say.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What about the rest? Sorry. What about the rest of you guys? what is a teacher you remember, or a time at school that you remember involving all of this, or vice versa, not involving this?
As I remember that there was a teacher of physical education that I don't know in junior high, that obviously like he know about like what he's saying, but for the students was mm, like laughing, because or I don't know if we were, or like the my classmates that were like super immature, so they
Mhm.
relationate that with a like a bad thing. Well, not bad thing, but like weird that doesn't have to be like in the classroom. This teacher used to, when he was like so mad, he used to say like, okay, fulanito se me para y se me sale, okay? But the students start like laughing because they were like connected with another thing, and they were like ha 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 ha, ha. So the classroom was like worse, and the teacher doesn't have like that control
Mm-hmm.
of the classroom, because yeah, he didn't tell to the others like something about it, or like no, I didn't mean that, because he like say the same over and over and over and over again. But there
Mm-hmm.
was another teacher that was like super strict, but strict with the ones that were like lazy or doesn't like uh, take notes or doesn't do homework. But with the ones that were like, always have everything in class, and the homework was like, um, could be like friendly,
Mm-hmm.
but he has to be strict.
Yeah, of course. There is a line between, okay, I'm friendly, but I'm not your friend. I'm friendly, but I'm not your friend. If you cross that line and the students see you as not as your friend, but as, the thing is that if they think, no, the teacher is my friend, then there is no, like, the line is not going to exist anymore. And obviously, although maybe if the students are mature, or something, maybe there is going to be respect, it's going to be comfortable, but in a way it can be it can be the other way around, because it can be uncomfortable, because maybe, you know what, me, Hilda, I am friends with all of you guys, but maybe Aster, she doesn't like that I am your friend, so she's not comfortable. So this effective communication is not going to happen with her because she's not comfortable. So again, you have the line between, okay, I'm friendly, I have all of this as a teacher, but I am not your friend, because otherwise, when you're a friend, you are, as a student, you start disrespecting the teacher. It happens. It happened to me, for example, when I was in Nelly. I made that mistake when I was studying in Nelly. It happened to me with one of the teachers, but it was almost at the end of the semester. And for example, I think I was like 26, maybe 27 years old when I was almost finishing. And the teacher, she was 32, 33 maybe. So, I mean, we were not that apart from age. So I didn't consider her as my teacher. I consider her more like not a friend, but as a person that I was there to talk to. So there was a time where I crossed the line, because I like to make a lot of jokes as a student. And what she did is that she continued with the joke, and that's when, like, if this interaction made, like, the whole I am your teacher and you don't disrespect me and I don't disrespect you, like, broke. It was not bad, because I mean, I was an adult, she was an adult, uh, but it was like this relationship between student teacher, teacher student was broken, because as a student I was like that. I like to break teachers. I mean, as a student, I was like that. I mean, I was always waiting. I was a type of student that was always waiting to see what the teacher was going to make as a mistake or something, to just see what, like, to throw the rock and to see what I could make as a joke, because I was like that. And you're always going to get students like that. Unfortunately, I'm still waiting to see who's going to be the student in the future who's going to be like that to me. But I mean, that's when you realize, okay, so either I'm your friend or I'm friendly, because like these two words are going to be what good classroom management is, to what, you know what, you still have a lot of things to do when it comes to classroom management. So those are the things that are very important. Okay, I don't know if anybody else wants to share something before we continue / almost let you go.
Oh, well, I do remember when I was in junior high school, the first day of classes, the titular teacher of the group, we were almost 35. It wasn't a public school, almost 35, very close to 40 students. And the first day of classes, he told us, in other words, very rude words, he told us that he was the law, that he was the authority, and that respect was the most important, and that we had to do whatever he say in order to be good students. So what happened from that day on? We had contact with other teachers, with another environment, with other subjects, but as soon as he was coming to the group, we always be quiet, silence, and paying attention to him. So he establishes that kind of respect environment, and I mean that what he wanted to do with us, that kind of rapport.
Yeah. In this case, building rapport is also you, teacher, telling your students, you know what, I mean, this is what I want. What you can't or you shouldn't do, because sometimes that's when like teachers kind of like get confused, I want to say, but it's their personality is trying to, like, you know what, I'm telling you, it's an obligation that you do this. If they see it like this, you know what, maybe when I come to the classroom, I want you to stand up and to say, hello teacher, good morning. If I am making this as a must, then they are going to do it, but they are not going to feel comfortable because they were imposed to do that. So you have to foster little by little, making sure that they understand that that's what you want, and that they also feel comfortable doing it. That's one of the most important things. All right, so let me. Okay, I want to close. We're gonna finish the session with this. I asked your teacher, your next teacher, I'm going to store you from her 5 more minutes. So we're gonna finish at 9:45. So okay, who would like to help me read this green box?
First, we must extend students a warm and friendly invitation to join the community of learning that we attempt to establish in our classrooms on the first day of class.
Okay, so what does this mean for you?
Everyone?
Yeah, for everyone, yes it is.
Okay.
Do you guys understand with this?
Well, that we're all learning together. We're all in the same boat.
Mm-hmm.
It's an open space.
Exactly. So classroom management, even if we're talking about the classroom as it is, we're always going to be referring or connecting this to learning. Okay. So in this case, we're talking about connection. Connection means friendly invitation, like it says in here, but it's a community. What I want to build in a classroom is a community, not little robots to just listen to me and pay attention and then repeat what I want them to say. No, what I want to build is a community where they can learn, a space for them to feel comfortable, to feel respected, to see that they have this communication, because that's when learning happens. If you don't have that, no matter what you do, learning is not going to happen nowadays. Because I mean, if we think about the past, learning methods were completely different, and it was either memory or, you know what, you have to do it. In this case, right now, a community in the classroom is what is going to lead to learning. Okay. Who would like to help me read this second green box?
I can.
Check.
Second, we must adopt this demeanor every day afterwards in or out of the class, and irrespective of the
Merit?
yeah,
Merit? Yeah.
problems that might develop over the course of the term.
All right. What do you guys understand by this?
That we don't have to bring the problems from the outside to the classroom.
Okay. All right. Okay. So more or less the idea. What about the rest? What do you guys understand?
What is my rate?
A merit is like a lot.
A lot? Oh, okay.
I think that we are talking about like behavior problems or
Okay. All right. What about behavior problems?
like establish like rules or something.
Okay. Establish.
I
What
took it as that community of learning mentality should extend outside of the classroom, not just in the classroom. That's what I understood.
Okay. So yes, in this case, my original, well, not original, but like the whole idea in this case is to build this community. Remember the video of the teacher that I showed you at the beginning of this topic? It was last week on Thursday, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, because Friday we didn't have a class. The language teacher who was speaking Spanish and then English and then French, I think German.
Yeah.
What was she inside of the classroom or was she outside of the classroom?
She was outside the classroom.
She was outside of the classroom. She was either speaking a little bit in whatever language she was speaking, or she was just saying hi. This is what it means. So again, if you build this community, you're not their friend, but you're friendly. You have this community, and this is going to show not only inside but outside the class. So it's the whole thing of, you know what, I'm going to see you guys when we come back to Relaciones Culturales eventually. Maybe I'm going to see you guys in the benches or on the benches or whatever. And either I can say, hi, how you doing? How's your semester going on? How was your semester doing? And blah, 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 blah. Or I can just go and not even say hi. It can be like that. So this is what it's referring. If I'm making this community in the classroom, then I should do this community also outside of the classroom. That's where the connection, that's what building rapport means. If you only have the connection inside the classroom, but you forget it when you are outside the classroom, it's going to be, in the end, it's going to break, because then the community, the connection is not well established. So this is what it's referring. Not only, you know what, inside, but I have to also do it outside. For example, someone that I see as a teacher, someone, I don't know if you know her. Do you know teacher Michelle?
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you have her as a teacher last semester before we were in quarantine or no? No?
No, no. Well, in my case, this is the first time.
Okay. All right. So that she's a teacher that I admire a lot because of the rapport that she has. She not only builds this community inside of the classroom. I mean, I think that you have seen her at least here online, how like her personality is, but outside she's also like that. Like she stops with you guys and she starts speaking to you, like asking you, you know, how's your semester going? How are you feeling? Blah 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 blah. All of those things. So that's the kind of teacher that builds rapport, not only inside of the classroom but outside of the classroom, and that's what this is referred to. If you're making this community inside, go outside, and also don't forget that they are your students. Okay, what questions do you guys have with this before I let you go, because it's almost time? No?
So we must keep rapport always. I mean, at least during the length of the semester,
Yeah,
with that classroom.
with that class, yeah.
Okay.
With the students, yes, because the thing is that, I mean, you cannot, you, it's like when you have a friend, maybe you're making a new friend in that particular class, but then when you go outside, this person is like, no, like, no, I don't want to talk, I don't want to see you.
Mhm.
I mean, that's what teachers tend to do when they don't build rapport. But if you build rapport, then you're gonna be like, ah, hi, how are you? Like, how is your subject going? Like, how's the teacher? That's building rapport outside of the classroom. Because then if I see you outside of the class and then I will just go like this, then that's when, you know what, the connection breaks, because they are like, ah, you know what, the teacher is lying. Like she's not like that outside of the classroom. So that's the mentality. That's the mentality that we should have as teachers.
It's hard though, Professor, because anybody who's ever worked in customer service or anything like that, sometimes you get recognized. I don't know if that's happened, and no, it's one thing. You're one person at work, and you don't really want to see people afterwards. You're just like, oh my god.
Yeah. I mean, it happens because, I mean, well, in my case, for example, I work in Relaciones Culturales all day. So I'm either going to see you guys at the beginning of the classes, in the middle of the classes, when you finish the classes, but I'm always going to be there. So you don't have to stop and speak. How are you? How's it going? But a friendly, like, hi, how's it going? How are you? And then you just go. But they see, you know what? Okay, so she's still like, she remembers me, or she knows who I am. Because again, if you go like this, then they're gonna be like, so like, what is she doing then in the class? And I'm not talking only about, again, university or our level, for example, university classes, also English classes. Normally we change the students, so maybe with the ones that you had in a previous level, they're gonna be like, hi, and then if you go like this, it's gonna be like, okay, so like, what's going on? So that's something that you should remember. Again, you're not their friend, but you're friendly, and you are making this community among them and with you, inside and outside the class. Okay. Any other question that you guys have about this?
No.
No? All right. I'm gonna let you go because I already took 8 minutes from the class. Tell the teacher I'm sorry. And I'll see you tomorrow, okay?
Yes.
All right, thank you.
Bye.
Bye
Take
bye.
care.
Bye.
Bye. See you.
Bye. See you.